coming?
Winds are at 35 and the pressure's dropped. Any type of low-level winds, we might even get a twister.
One can only hope, huh? But just remember, that's still only a theory, Professor. It looks like this sky's full of surprises. Kind of reminds me of our wedding day.
All right. Time for me to hit the skies.
Okay. See you later.
Yeah.
How you doing up there?
Good. But you better get on the horn. This thing's gonna lead foot through. Tell them to upgrade to a Category 4.
This is Unit 3. I have a severe storm warning for Greenbow and the surrounding counties. I repeat, Greenbow and the surrounding counties. Over.
I'm in the core. How's the mapping read down there?
Beautifully. You better get down from there. I'll see you on the other side, Professor. What was that?
Cloudburst!
Jamie?
Yeah?
We got major instability, and the lifted index is dropping. The ion count is really jumping here.
Oh, my God.
Jim? Jim?
Yeah.
Jim, do you read me?
Winds are up to 40 from the west.
Hey, what about the pressure? I want numbers at 500 and 1,000 millibars.
The pressure's dropped.
How you doing up there?
I think I see an anvil cloud, and it looks like cloud-to-cloud lightning bolts.
Come on, we don't have all day. The storm's getting closer.
You're right. I think the winds say 65.
Read the numbers. Right there. It's at 70. Collins, would you pay attention? Look again. Now it's 75. You're gonna kill us all if you don't pay attention.
Yes, I understand. We'll look forward to seeing you then, sir. Bye. Secretary wants to discuss funding again when he gets here.
What? They've already cut us to the bone.
Well, they're not done yet. What have you got?
Tornado in northern Colorado moved across the Leaport Basin. We got 26 plus dead. A supercell near the Foxbow Mountains. The tornado touched down, then moved east.
Foxbow? Isn't that where they built the Pine Feather facility?
Yeah, touchdown 6 miles from there. But that's not the problem.
These figures can't be right.
Oh, yeah, they're right. I had the data double-checked and confirmed with the Weather Service. There was definitely a low precipitation supercell. But here's what's really strange. There wasn't any rain.
We need to get somebody out there.
FEMA has a crew in already. They're housing hundreds in hotels and shelters. Satellite shows more unstable weather arriving, too.
I want to send Jamie. Think you can handle it?
They've already had one storm hit. Well, she does seem better lately. Less destructive, I guess.
No, it's all wrong. Let's try it again.
Oh, she's much better.
Dropped out of the reserves for this?
Hey, wait a second. I was in the middle of something in there.
Yeah, scaring the life out of every recruit we have.
Oh, please.
These people volunteer to be storm spotters. 75% of them drop out after one training session with you.
Oh.
Look, you're going to Colorado. Tornado touchdown, did a lot of damage.
No, I have a chase in Texas next week.
You had a chase. Leaport's a declared disaster area. I want to know what happened, and you are going to find out.
Okay, I'll just take an SSV and drive down there tomorrow.
The SSV stays here. We've got a budget review, and we can't afford any more of your recklessness. You'll fly to Leaport.
What? Frank.
Jamie, look, if you need a severe storms van, we'll get you one. Otherwise, I don't want you cracking one up for kicks.
Fire season arrived with a vengeance last month in California, and these images of the community of Crescent City remain indelible for the residents there. We have this report from Northern California.
After fires killed 6 and did millions in damage, Federal Emergency Management Agency personnel are now ready to leave. Wallace Houston is Operations Director in charge for FEMA. It must feel good to finally move your people out, Wallace.
Oh, it really does. But now the hard work really starts for these people. I just hope that we've given them a solid start into rebuilding their community and their lives. That's the most we can really ask.
Hey, buddy. What's happening, Smitty? So you and Melanie are going to Maui.
Who told you that?
Well, I heard a rumor. Melanie's coming back with a ring.
A ring.
Yeah. She's a great gal. Really.
I can't wait to get out of here. Think about it, 2 weeks in paradise.
Melanie, we never confirmed this trip.
Well, come on. We've been talking about this for weeks.
Have you been telling everyone we're getting engaged?
Everyone, I mentioned something to Vicky and Lexi, but I was just kidding around.
Melanie, every time we spend a few weeks together in a disaster site, you decide the next step is marriage.
I think it's time you get off the road and settle down.
Isn't that my decision to make?
Well, when are you gonna decide?
Stanton.
It's Wallace. We got trouble, Will. A tornado touched down in Colorado and it looks bad. I'd like you to get your crew of guys out there. Of course, I mean, I'll understand if you want to stick around and finish up.
Tonight, Wallace?
Yeah.
Okay, if you need me, I'm there.
Oh, thanks, Will. I knew I could count on you. I'll try to get there myself by tomorrow. Thanks again.
All right. Sorry.
Tough call. Melanie and Maui were down hit by a tornado. She sure doesn't look too happy.
Let's go, Smitty. We got a job to do.
Jamie, I just got the latest 96-hour forecast model for Leaport. I'm afraid the jet stream's gonna pump in unstable air for another week.
Listen, Frank, let me take the SSV. I'd get so much more work done with it.
Jamie, drop it. We can't even insure these things anymore because of you. You know, the strange thing is, that tornado is deviant. We haven't had one in that area for 100 years. Oh, FEMA's director of operations has been briefed on you. While you're out there, use the time to do some thinking.
You know, it's been 2 years since he died.
You know I'm only trying to finish what Jim started.
I know. Well, one other thing. Commercial flights to Leaport have been delayed. We've arranged alternate transportation for you. Good luck.
Right.
This looks real bad, Smitty.
Residents in Colorado are reeling this early morning, looking for survivors of last night's deadly tornado that touched down unexpectedly and ripped a destructive path. Rescuers say at least 20 are known dead as the search continues for survivors.
How you doing? Get all these other tents secured. I don't want the wind blowing them away.
The perimeter on the north side. I can help whoever's next here.
All right, Will, this is what we've got. Preliminary reports indicate 15 apartment complexes lost in the downtown area, at least 300 homes gone.
It's bad. Listen, who's doing the airport run?
I was supposed to, but I'm waiting for the inspectors to come in. You want me to go?
Well, I'll go. Find out who made this coffee. It's horrible.
I did.
Thanks.
Miss Marshall?
Welcome to Leaport.
I'm late. I've missed the entire sunset.
We're from the United Methodists in Eaton. Bless you for coming to help, dear. Where are you joining us from?
Oklahoma. I'm a weather researcher. I'm here to investigate the storm.
The Lord knows you're here, child.
Come on over here. I'll keep you here.
Hey, careful.
Excuse me?
Where is Wallace Houston?
Houston? They're in meetings all night. Why don't you go check into the hotel, come back tomorrow. Wallace is in around, what, 7?
Yeah.
7 a.m.
Great, watch this stuff.
Where did Miss Congeniality come from?
Center for Severe Storms Research? Center here to study the place.
Weather readings, huh? It's good she won't have to use those people skills.
Look, I can't stay there. That place is a zoo. I've got a lot of work to do.
Oh, well, today's your lucky day. Because if you don't want to stay in the hotel, we have some lovely cots and tents over at the FEMA Center over there. Or, you can go camp.
Great. Camping it is.
Do you want a hand with the stuff?
Don't touch them.
I think she's crazy about you.
You really think so, huh?
No.
Hey guys, everyone hanging in there? All right, tomorrow we need to get damage and salvage assessment. Also, I know everyone's getting sick of me saying this, but we really need to stabilize as many structures as possible. I want this tent population to a minimum.
Seven miles east of the mountains. Initial damage observations indicate an F3, possibly an F4 tornado. And the current wind conditions are steady out of the southwest at 10 miles per hour. Why is Frank doing this to me? You're here? This shouldn't be happening.
May I help you?
Oh, yeah. I'm looking for a Wallace Houston. Somebody said he'd be in by 7, but I can't seem to find him anywhere.
You found him. I'm Wallace.
Oh. God, I'm sorry. Jamie Marshall with the Center for Severe Storms Research.
Oh, you know what? I've run a lot of disaster sites before, and I have never, ever had anyone send out a storm researcher before. What is so special about this one?
Well, a tornado touching down in this area is very unusual. Listen, I need to get out to track the storm's path, and I was wondering if there was a vehicle I could borrow, van, truck, anything?
No, you're gonna have to hitch a ride. Vehicles are at a premium out here. But you know what? Find Will Stanton. He's my field coordinator. He's got to go out there anyway. You talk to him. Oh, wait, would you excuse me? I'm so sorry.
Thanks.
There's bad news at the airport. They're expecting to take at least 3 weeks before they'll be operating again.
Oh, well, we're just gonna have to keep rerouting them through Denver and then shuttling them back and forth from Leaport as best we can.
So see if we can get a bus and a driver down for our use. And we should head back to them.
Go grab a seat, ma'am. I'll have a counselor go right over.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, ladies.
I'm sorry to have broken up your little audience, but could you help me find a Will Stanton?
Well, that would be me.
You?
Tell me something, are you always like this, or is it just for my benefit?
I thought you just drove vans.
Call me multi-talented.
Look, I have to get out to track the storm's path, and I was wondering, well, Wallace said you'd give me a ride.
She did.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Let's go.
So what exactly are you looking for out here?
I'll let you know when I find it. There's radar here?
Hey, hey, hey! Get back in the car! Have you got a death wish or something?
Radar up here makes no logical sense, okay?
Look, I don't add to casualty list. You got that?
All right. Fine, sorry. Can we go check that out, please?
Oh my God. It's a Doppler radar setup.
Track storms. Wind velocity, rotation, precipitation.
Look, I know what Doppler is.
I'm not set up here. Who else would need Doppler information?
I have no idea. Look, we don't have time for pictures. Let's go.
It's a field imaging mapper.
It gives me landscape data for storm analysis.
Oh. Well, hurry up. How much longer?
I'll be a while.
I'll be at the truck.
Damage to homes indicates wind speeds of about 200 miles an hour, maybe more. Ground swirls that I observed indicates a single vortex with rapid vertical motion.
All right, Jason, get all you guys together. Have them look for anything that's salvageable, all right? Get the trucks in here and start cleaning this place up, all right? Start right over there, in that area.
Excuse me, Will. I need to get back to those hills.
Well, Jamie, I still got a lot of work to do here.
So let me take the truck and I'll come back and pick you up later.
Look, I need the truck, all right? And secondly, you're not the priority here.
I'm just trying to do my job.
I'll try and get you back out there tomorrow, all right?
Okay.
Get those trucks in here now.
You got it.
Listen, I apologize if I was a little short with you earlier. I had a lot of things on my mind.
You got it.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah?
Does any of this affect you even a little bit?
Your job is to deal with the people, and my job is to figure out why it happened. Okay?
Okay. At least you got to see the sunset today.
It's not what you think. I'm here to solve a problem, and when the sun sets, sometimes the winds can change. It's a crucial time to study the weather. Okay?
Well, they're still pretty nice to look at. Don't you think?
We've all worked together at one time or another. Will's worked with me for years.
Yeah, well, he could do with a little less attitude, if you ask me.
Will?
Mm-hmm.
No. Well, if he's provoked, but he's the best man I got. He's compassionate and he works his butt off. If only he could stay a little focused on his personal life, he'd be okay. Is that a wedding band?
Yeah,
My husband Jim died a couple of years ago.
Oh, Jamie. I'm so sorry. Are we gonna get another storm?
Yeah, a big one in a couple of days. I'm surprised there wasn't any rain or hail with that tornado.
How'd you become a storm chaser, Jamie? Seems like such a strange occupation for a woman.
I fell in love with my meteorology professor.
Ah.
I followed Jim into storm chasing.
Huh.
Hey, Wallace. Look, we gotta do something with this database. It's really gonna slow the approvals coming from Washington.
No, we're working on it. By the way, I just had supper with our resident weather expert. How's it going out there with her?
That's right. I forgot to thank you for sticking me with that little ball of attitude.
Funny, she says the same thing about you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wasn't the one climbing out of the truck at 50 miles an hour.
Oh, you were that charming. By the way, I've never seen you without your shirt on. Hubba hubba.
Wallace said you might need a backup power supply.
Put it by the backpack. I thought you were supposed to be here at noon.
You're welcome.
Well, look at that.
My computer at home analyzes the field data I gathered and simulates the storm's origin and development.
So what's it telling you?
There should have been more rain. Moisture's usually present when a storm spawns a tornado. Yeah, but this is so weird. That storm wasn't powerful enough to become tornadic. Dew points, precipitation, wind shear, everything's off. It's like the weather's gone haywire. You know, I wonder if that storm couldn't have been environmentally influenced.
Environmentally influenced? You really think that's possible?
Well, storm research is also new and speculative. You know, there's a lot we don't know. It's kind of like analyzing sculpture. Every shape says something to you, but then every time you look at it, you see something different.
Funny, I didn't see you as a sensitive artist type. I saw you more as like the sexy librarian.
I'm not interested.
Just trying to be friendly.
Look, Casanova, let's get something straight. I'm not here to make friends.
Oh, I don't think you're gonna have to worry about that.
Why don't you just go pick up on somebody else? I don't need a pal, you got it?
No, you need a whole lot more than that.
Hey, what does that mean?
Okay, since you ask, I'll be happy to tell you.
Please do.
Well, the way I see it, you've got it all. Repression, regression, anger, with a dash of denial. Essentially, you're a miserable human being.
Oh, really? Well, let me tell you something. I am not depressed, I am not repressed, I am not angry, and I certainly am not in denial. It's guys like you that make me miserable. Let's go.
Fine. Be happy to drop you off anywhere you want to go.
I want to go back to the Doppler radar. I want to know why someone would need weather information out here. Pick me up in a couple of hours, okay? morning, sir. How are you today? I'm Jamie Marshall with
This is
the
a
Department...
restricted area, ma'am. You're gonna have to leave immediately.
Look, I'm working with FEMA in Leaport, investigating the tornado, and I was wondering if I could speak to somebody here, but get your hands off of me. Since when does the Department of Energy strong-arm people?
Since now, I guess.
Well, gee, aren't you friendly?
Up toward the main gate.
You all right?
Yes.
Who are you supposed to be?
Will Stanton. FEMA. What's the problem here?
For starters, trespassing and destruction of government property.
Listen up. This facility is within the jurisdiction of a federally declared disaster area. As a FEMA officer, I'm declaring civilian officer authority under Article 5.3 of the Civilian Code. Now, I'm required to file a report. If you give a written account of this incident to FEMA within 5 business days. Until then, this woman is in my custody.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Have a nice day.
Score one for bureaucracy.
Get in the car.
thinking? I can't believe you broke into that place.
In case you're interested, that place back there is called Pine Feather. It's a Department of Energy facility. Looks like they're testing some kind of rockets. Who in their right mind would build a launch facility out in the middle of a mountain range?
I have no idea. All I know is we're gonna be late.
For what?
For church. Wallace is doing a memorial service for the victims killed in the storm.
I'm not going.
What? Why not?
Because I didn't know any of them.
I didn't know him either, but it isn't for us.
Look, get off my case, will you? I just want to do my job. That's it, okay?
So terrorizing the world's just a hobby with you, huh?
Oh, that's very witty. Pull over.
What?
Pull the car over.
What are you doing now?
Where are you going? Unbelievable.
They clear-cut all of this. I'm just gonna get a few readings, okay?
Hey, call me crazy, but isn't it a bad idea to be standing in a wide open space during a lightning storm?
Sheet lightning giving you the willies? Don't worry, it'll stay up in the clouds.
Sure about that, huh?
Listen, if you want to experience some real lightning, I could always set up some sounding rockets.
I'll be all right.
Jimmy, watch out!
All lightning. More men have been president than have seen that. I've waited my whole life to see this.
I'll be right back.
Oh, nice of you to show up. I'm sure it was unavoidable, right?
Boss, I am so sorry. Look, I'll make it up to you, all right?
It's not for me, Will. You know I always want all of my troops at these things. The bond between those in need and us has to develop in community situations. These people have to heal.
I know.
Okay, what happened?
If I told you, I don't think you'd believe me.
Probably not.
She's not happy, is she?
You know, the disaster victims, they need to feel that we're part of their community for them to open up and deal with the trauma. That's all she's concerned about.
How'd you come into her fold, anyhow?
Well, we worked together in Los Angeles after the Northridge quake. I really liked her, so I stayed on her team.
I don't know how you do it, traveling from place to place.
Yeah, my family moved around a lot when I was a kid. I guess I just got used to it.
Wow, would you look at this? The lightning got your car.
So, if you're hungry, maybe you'd like to get some dinner?
Listen, you don't have to play that dinner game with me. It's just Look, don't take it personal, okay?
Don't take it personally?
I have a lot of work to do. It happened. It's over. Just forget about it, okay?
I'm telling you the truth, Smitty.
Are you sure a ball of lightning didn't hit you in the head?
Yes, sir, sure. Look, I'm gonna check my messages. Grab me a beer, all right? Thanks.
Did I miss something, but was it you that said Jamie was one big pain in the butt?
I know what I said, Smitty, but I've never met a woman like this.
Who would have thought? You and Lady Science. So how long is this gonna last?
According to her, not too long. Happened, it's over, that's it.
Really? Sounds like she's letting you off easy. What about Melanie? You know, she left a few messages at the FEMA Center today.
I know, she called here, too. What do you think I should do, Smitty?
Are you a nurse? I've got a pain right there.
Thanks for your help.
Hi, Will. It's Melanie. I miss you. Call me.
Oh, I miss you. You better secure these tents. There's a big storm coming through.
Good morning, Will. How are you? Well, I'm doing fine, Jamie. Thank you for asking. Did you sleep well? Well, yes, I did. And you?
Excuse me, Wallace. You have a minute? Last night, you know... Look, I don't want you to be upset with Will. It was all my fault, really.
Well, it was a very special night, and I'm sorry you missed it.
You know, Will isn't as bad as I thought at first. It's been a while since I've thought about men since, you know, Jim. But Will...
I like Will. He's a good guy. But like most FEMA workers, he's always looking to be on the move. You know what I mean? Just keep that in mind.
Listen, do you have an extra computer terminal I might use for a bit?
Oh, just help yourself.
Thanks. Hey.
Hey.
Well, I need to get back up into those mountains. I did some research on pine feather. They built it about 1.5 years ago, and it's been operational for 9 months. And guess what? They're testing satellite launch applications.
Well, I'm done with my damage reports, Jamie. I really don't have any need to go back out to Pine Feather.
I'm not talking about pine feather. I'm talking about the mountain where the ball lightning was.
You think that's such a good idea? You know what happened the last time we were out there?
I know you might have a hard time believing this, Will, but it has nothing to do with you.
When do you need to go?
Sunset?
All right. Depends.
Depends on what?
What you're willing to do for it.
You know, I told him. I knew you were good for something around here.
Jamie?
Yeah?
That one's done.
Sorry.
Well, we may finally have found your weakness.
Last night, I know I sounded a little harsh, and I know we both have a lot of work to do, and, well, I know I don't need the complications.
Not to sell me on the concept? You might want to flip that one there.
You've been doing this a long time, Smitty?
Yeah. It's tough to leave this business once you get a taste of it. We're all pretty much roamers around here. My dad was in the Army. Kept moving us around. Travel gets new blood.
So what's Will's story?
Will? His family were farmers. They lost their farm in a flood. His mom was killed. And they lost the land they plowed for generations. I think he was 12.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I know it pretty much beat up his dad. He couldn't hold on to a job anymore, kept moving the kids around. I guess the nomad life stayed with Will. Yeah, pal of mine. Who's here?
Melanie? What's she doing here?
Uh-oh. The boys from Pine Feather.
Uh-oh. Jamie? You want to get back out to Foxbow?
Now?
Let's go.
Okay. Wait, let me get my stuff.
Come on, come on.
Okay. What's the hurry?
Jamie sent you email. She wants her SSV.
We ought to give her one for Christmas.
She's reporting strange weather phenomena and demanded a watch crew be on standby.
Figures. Anything else?
Yeah. She did a Department of Energy search on the internet and apparently used your clearance code for secure access.
Why am I even surprised by her anymore?
No, the only reason I know is because your log number appeared on my clearance report. She accessed off a terminal in Leaport. She searched Pine Feather. Should I pull her?
No. First, let's see what she's chasing.
Okay. Here, Smitty, can you put that there for me? Thanks.
What is this place?
Pine Feather's scheduled to expand their facility. They're gonna clear out another 5,000 acres. Can you hold that? So strange. I think they somehow affected the electromagnetic field here.
Where are you going?
I'm just gonna go stand over here and hold it.
You guys are making me nervous. What are you doing?
Running a lightning test. I'm gonna fire this rocket up in the air with a copper line attached. And hopefully, it'll draw an ion charge.
You're gonna pull down a lightning bolt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. She's gonna pull down a lightning bolt. This I gotta see.
I'll watch from here, Smitty.
Well, that was impressive. Ben Franklin did this in a storm, not just a cloudy sky.
I can assure you, Smitty, there is enough electricity up in these clouds to power all of Manhattan.
Hey, power Manhattan.
Here, you try it.
This is cool. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Did you see that? There was a second strike.
Watch yourself, Smitty. This is where she really goes nuts.
She made lightning. She made lightning.
Okay, well, your turn.
Do I have to?
Yes, go on, hurry. Come on.
Hey, Smitty, give me a countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Multiple strikes! We've got multiple strikes!
What are you out doing down there?
You got a crazy way of getting your kicks.
No, you don't understand. That never happens. This guy is like a huge electrical game board.
Well, that one came out of nowhere.
I knew it. The residue on the leaves is nitrogen oxide.
Obviously something we shouldn't be finding here, right?
No. It comes from burning liquid hydrogen at high temperatures.
Liquid hydrogen?
Rocket fuel. It must be coming from the testing at Pine Feather. Will, I need my other bag out of the truck.
Right.
So, you went to school, studied the earth sciences, and got your PhD?
No, just married one.
That would be better than grad school. Wow, it's really picking up. What's going on out here?
Here's the bag. Where do you want it?
Over there. Okay, you clear cut all the trees, you mix rocket fuel with electrical fields. That's it, this is ground zero. That's what's creating the instability. It then creates the updraft, which spawns a tornado. How can I prove that? Everyone's gonna think I'm nuts. Listen, if I could prove that Pine Feather has affected weather on a local scale, then maybe perhaps I could prove that industries affected weather patterns on a global scale.
Oh, man.
Jamie, are you all right? Are you all right? They never had a chance.
It's not my fault. I should have called. I should have called the FAA, put out an alert.
Hey,
How you feeling?
fine. Sorry.
Nothing to be sorry about. Listen, I made some coffee. Care for some?
Sure. Thanks. It's good. I used to love the moon. When I was a kid, I used to sneak out on the roof to watch it. That's when I became obsessed with the sky.
Who's Jim?
My husband. He taught me everything I know. He was my entire world. He was killed in a chase.
I'm sorry, Jamie.
I used to think that I had this schoolgirl crush on him because he was my teacher. But, on our first date, he took me on a picnic underneath the moonlight. And I knew right then and there he was the love of my life.
How did it happen?
A silent storm. Storms that don't let you know what they're about. Kind of like here. Jim used to say that silent storms were a lot like love. They'd sneak up and hit you when you were lulled.
Stanton.
Will?
Yeah, Wallace.
What exactly are you trying to pull?
What?
You know what? Don't play games with me. You think I'm some sort of a fool?
No, Wallace.
Don't Wallace me. I don't want to hear any of your
No,
excuses. Will, do you understand that I am very, very upset? Oh,
Look, you don't have to yell.
you bet I have to yell.
No, you're absolutely right.
Now meet me at the office right away.
Okay, I'll be there in a few minutes.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Hello, Smitty here.
Smitty, it's Will. Listen, do me a favor. Meet me in front of the FEMA Center in a few minutes, all right? I need you to back me up with Wallace.
Sure, whatever you need, I'll be there.
Right.
I got the Department of Energy in a tizzy over a security breach, which I assume is Jamie, aided and abetted by a security officer from FEMA, which I assume is you. And what is a civilian officer authority?
Quick thinking?
You know I was warned about her, and if you can't keep her under control, I'm gonna get the center to send somebody who can.
Wallace, you didn't see what I saw today. I mean, ask Smitty what she did.
She made lightning.
I don't care if she ported the Red Sea. I'm not having her jeopardize our operation.
Well, 3 more people got added to the casualty list because of the freaky weather around here. She's just trying to figure out what's going on. I think we need to let her do her job so that hopefully we can keep that list from growing.
All right, all right. What exactly is she doing out there?
I don't know, but Smitty knows.
Look, I just keep your eye on her, okay?
Denied? I need that van. That's it. I knew it. Yes. Come on, what are you, 42? Huh? Ooh, a 44. Good morning. How'd you sleep? 32. What's your inseam?
35?
Great, I'll see you at 9, okay?
What are you doing?
Ordering you a suit.
I can explain. All right, look. The woman that you saw in the room, it's not what you think.
That's really original.
Well, you're the one that said what happened between us was no big deal.
Yes, I did, but I wouldn't have let it happen if I'd known you were that kind of a guy.
What? What kind of guy? I mean, if I remember correctly, you're the one that started it, not me. You're the weather sex junkie.
Yeah, well, you put up a real big fight, didn't you?
What do you think I was supposed
I don't even want to talk about it anymore, okay?
Fine. I'll just drive.
Good. It's all you're good for anyway.
So, you gonna tell me where we're going?
Center for Severe Storms Research.
What? Why?
My department is facing massive budget cuts, and my bosses won't release the equipment I need, so I am going to go to them, okay?
Jamie, that's a 10-hour drive.
So, you got a date? I think I finally figured you out.
Oh, you have you?
Uh-huh.
Thought you didn't want to talk about this anymore.
I think you go from woman to woman and place to place, and FEMA just gives you an excuse to do that. Am I right?
All right, maybe that's partially true, but it has nothing to do with this. Look, I'll admit, Melanie and I have been together before, but not last night.
She was in your bed.
Well, what else was I supposed to do with her, okay? She's not exactly the camping type.
The sofa would have done.
Nothing happened. I told her it was over. She accepted it. She was gonna leave this morning.
Listen, don't worry about it. Soon I'll be gone, and then you can carry on with your stupid little social life absolutely unfettered, okay?
Fine.
At least that fits.
Yours looks a little tight.
Hello, Smitty here.
Smitty, it's Will.
Will, where are you?
Oklahoma.
Will, what are you doing in Oklahoma?
Well, I've been kidnapped. Look, tell Wallace I'm gonna be with Jamie all day, all right? I'll explain everything when I get back.
Okay, say hi to Xena, the weather princess.
All right, bye. Can we call a truce? At least until all this is over.
Okay.
By the way, I think you look pretty good in that dress.
Well, thank you.
So, you think you figured out what happened at Leaport?
I have a theory, but I need to get out there in an SSV to prove it. You want to hear it?
Hmm?
Okay. Excuse me. These are the mountains and foothills, valley, and there's Leaport. Now, before, the storms used to come over the mountains. No real big great effect, right? So what's changed?
Pine feather?
You got it.
Okay. Now, I'm obviously no weather expert, but didn't you say that these supercell thunderstorms are massive?
Huge. They can be hundreds of miles.
All right. So how's changing a couple square miles of landscape by pine feather going to affect them?
Watch. Imagine this is a thunderstorm. Okay? Now I'm gonna shake it up. See how a funnel's forming?
Ah.
There's this theory that if you have a prevailing wind and it hits a strong crosswinds or an object, it can turn it back in on itself. Now, I think that with the deforestation of the area, along with the power lines and the chemicals, well, it somehow created the perfect environment for this to happen.
Environmental influence.
So your bosses know you're coming, right?
No.
No. You know, they warned Wallace about you.
They did?
Uh-huh. What's the story behind that?
They think I have an attitude problem. I'm too intense for the volunteers.
What do you do to the volunteers?
Storm chasing is very dangerous. They need to know what they're doing out there. People die doing it, even the experts.
So that's it. I've been trying to figure you out since the first day I set eyes on you. Now it all makes sense. It's Jim. Jim dies. You don't know who to strike out at, so you strike out at everyone. You chase storms because you think if you figure them out, then you'll understand what happened. Well, Jamie, there's nothing to understand. Jim's death will never be all right. Until you realize that your world with Jim
is over, but your life isn't. You'll never be able to move on.
None of which would be possible, of course, without the equipment and staff we have invested here.
Excuse me, Frank.
Follow me.
Frank, what? We have a problem. What? Jamie's here. Jamie, where are you going?
Just need to check something. Hey. Thanks. You know, when you said that nothing happened with Melanie, I really did believe you.
You did?
I did.
Jamie, come on, let's go.
This would be much worse than I thought. Let's go.
Jamie, what are you doing here?
The problems in Leaport are being created by Pine Feather. They need to shut down that operation immediately. Don't. Laporte's weather has shifted because of the building and operating of that place. It's what's creating the massive wind shear.
Jamie, that is a NASA Defense and Energy joint project. When launches are scrubbed, NASA can't just simply restart. They lose their launch windows. Pine Feather is developing a quick start system that'll retake it right away. It'll save billions of dollars.
They're creating instability. Airborne activants from the launch pad along with the landscape changes and the electrical fields is fueling a tornado. Look, you yourself said there hasn't been a tornado there in the last 100 years. Well, there could be one within the next few hours when the next storm hits. I need to get out there, and I need that SSV.
No way. We're already $1 million in a hole because of last year's trash. And tonight, we're having to beg just to keep the budget from being slashed again.
It's got to wait.
No, it can't wait.
Jamie, just go sit tight. We'll debate your theories
No,
later.
we're not going to debate it, Frank. They're creating silent storms.
She's totally out of control, Mike.
You know, she does have her moments, but she's calculated all this stuff. The mezzanines and the winds and the... Who are you? Oh, Will Stanton, sir. FEMA. Hi. Hi. You know, if I were you guys, I'd believe her because of these huge power grid things and the winds coming in laterally and coming up and rising with the rocket. Give me your glass and I'll show you exactly. I'll go wait with Jamie. Nice talking to you guys.
She's totally lost it. I mean, she is nuts. When she said she had seen ball lightning.
Ball lightning?
Yeah. In her email, she said she had witnessed ball lightning showers. I mean, can you believe that? We should have pulled her then.
Ball lightning.
Friends are a barrel of laughs.
I need you to get hold of Smitty. Tell him there's another storm coming that's going to make the last one look like a summer breeze, okay? Jamie Marshall, CSSR.
Smitty, it's Will. Listen, we got a problem. It's heading right for you. I need you to implement a full weather alert scramble.
Tornado watch issued for western Colorado through to the Leaport Basin.
All I'm telling you is that this is a big one.
Weather will be severe for the next 6 to 12 hours, okay?
Smitty, please?
Right. Thanks. Well,
Smitty's taking care of it.
great. Let's go.
Jamie, I don't think they want you going anywhere. You ever listen to anything anyone ever tells you?
This way, please. The SSV is the prize of the program, sir. Fully operational, mobile weather station. The SSV has provided us with the most sophisticated research to date, and we're very, very proud of our new Model 3 SSV.
What? I understand.
You know, in most states, they still consider this grand theft, huh?
Yep.
Can't believe we stole one of their vans. So your boss is coming after us?
Sure hope so. Let's go.
If I know her, she's headed right into that storm.
Now you stay south of the storm and head for Leaport.
She won't get far.
This storm's a monster. It's just gathering strength.
It's starting to rain pretty hard.
Okay. Let's see where we are here. Collapsing overshooting top.
Pull over! It's a collapsing overshooting top.
Collapsing overshooting what?
Pull over! Now! Get in the back! Hurry! You got it?
I think so.
Okay, hold on.
What's going on?
We're right underneath the supercell dome.
Wow, that was great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh. Wow, that came and went. Never been through anything like that before.
Welcome to my world.
You know, beginning to think I'm getting kind of attached to this world.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right now.
Good job, Smitty.
Thanks.
Jamie?
It's about time. here?
The Commerce Secretary isn't happy. You know what this little stunt could do?
Yeah, well, you wouldn't listen to me. You see this storm? You asked me to go out and find something, so I did.
I know. I should have told you the truth years ago. Jim and I were in commerce together when Pine Feather was first proposed. He did an environmental impact analysis on this site, saying all this could happen.
You're saying you knew about this stuff?
No, we didn't know. It was just a prediction. Jim got fired over this. I had to fight to get him back on staff when the research center was open. I believed in Jim, and I believe you're about to prove him right. And I'm not gonna stop you.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go find a tornado before it finds us.
You ready for some action?
Hold on, wait.
This is a liability release indemnifying the Center for Severe Storm Research for anything that might happen to you out there.
Oh, well, this is a twist. Volunteer that wants to go with you.
Come on, let's go.
Severe thunderstorm and tornado watches are currently in effect for Weld County. Please be prepared to seek shelter in the event that a tornado warning is issued.
We're gonna need open phone lines, online computer terminals. Now, get VCRs on those. I want backup on everything we get from Jamie and the SSV.
Okay, we've got heavy electrical fields, but the rain still hasn't hit yet. Tail cloud, back to your Danville. I knew it would start here.
Supercell?
Very good. Hopefully it'll spawn a mesocyclone.
Looks like it's heading east.
No, northeast. It's not bad for a rookie, though. Come on, it's all ours now.
Unit 3, we have a visual confirmation of a supercell.
Copy that, SSV.
We're northeast, approximately 7 miles from it. There's a cumuliform anvil at the rear that we're following. It looks like the worst will swing past Leaport, but it might hit near Wellington and maybe back towards Foxbow. Over. I'm transmitting. You got it?
Jamie, we are receiving your video feed. That is affirmative. We are receiving it, Jamie.
Jamie, get the profiler going. I want to lift an index right away.
Okay. Lifted index is -10.
There's a good chance we'll get to see a mesocyclone today.
Wonderful.
Come on, darling. Show me what you've got. Low-level backing winds. That's it.
Hey, that's it.
That's what?
Frank, Jim always theorized a situation like this could create multiple tornadoes. But everybody laughed at him because they said it wasn't found in nature. But it is here because of the operation of Pine Feather. We could have 2 or 3 simultaneous tornadoes.
Okay, we've got a hook echo. Strong inflow on the rear flank.
There's got to be a tornado here somewhere. There she is. Right there.
What's that? Is that a big one?
F4, F5.
How high does the scale go?
5.
I'm afraid you're gonna say that.
Base, this is Unit 3. We have an F4, possible F5, 15 miles north of Leaport, heading east. I'm turning the camera around so you can take a look.
Oh, no.
She did it. She found it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What now?
Look there.
Are they allowed to do that?
It's called a multiple vortex, and it can do whatever it wants. But that's not the big problem. Those are.
Oh, great. Like we don't have enough problems.
Guys.
Laporte, we've got a problem. We've got 6. I repeat, 6 touchdowns. That's 2 heading east, 2 traveling northeast, and 2 southwest.
They have no way out. The speed of those things will cut off all their routes.
Jamie, gotta get out of there.
I'm doing the best I can, Frank. Okay, look. The ones on the left, don't worry about. The ones on the right, they're a little bit stickier. But this one, right there, that's definitely a problem.
Oh, God.
Don't worry, the emergency generators will back up the equipment.
We're never gonna outrun it!
Hey, any suggestions how we're gonna get out of here?
We're not!
What?
There! Get us there now! Move it!
You don't think I'm going as fast as I can?
Okay, it's now or never. Stop!
What are you doing?
Securing the van. Hopefully it'll hold long enough so Frank can get some footage.
What are they doing?
The only chance they've got.
That's it. Let's go.
It's over.
No, it's gonna turn around. We're in the eye.
Hold on!
Now I know why they make you sign those release forms. You know something? I definitely prefer the ball lightning.
Oh, me too.
You guys all right?
Fine.
Well, how was it?
Well, Smitty, it's kind of like love. You're sitting there, you're minding your own business, when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it hits you. Then you're in the middle of it. There's a whole lot of thrashing around, and you kind of just hang on for dear life. And then, it's calm. And you know your life has changed forever.
It's good.
Hey, guys, look, I'm really sorry about the SSV.
We got the most spectacular weather footage and data ever recorded. Ever.
You earned your stripe today. Jim was 1 in a million. Jamie, you make 2.
Thanks. You remember I told you I just want to finish what he started? Well, I didn't.
Hey, can I borrow for a second? Jamie, you know, after everything we've been through, I think it's time we both take a vacation.
Yeah? What are you thinking?
How would you feel about a warm, sun-soaked beach in Tahiti?
What do you think about cold, rain-soaked Jason, Texas?